Nautila. Necro found his mother in the vault of the library, a smaller, separate room in the restricted section, where the classified annals of Nautilan history were kept. There was an acrid smell of smoke which he only recognised from his trips to Terra, as the use of fire, a form of Terran light, was banned in Nautila. Fire would cause serious injury to pale Nautilan skin just from exposure to flames. Necro spotted the remnants of around a dozen books that had recently been burnt. His eyes narrowed. He resolved to discover which books she had burnt and why later, but for the moment decided not to acknowledge what Nefaria had been doing. Instead, he briefed her on the outcome of his Mumbai trip, including the exchange with the jeweller, and his impending journey to a remote island in the frozen north. "She is shrewd," said Nefaria, with a hint of admiration. "Yes, so much so that she now has one of our more valuable assets, whereas I only have a piece of information to find what we need," said Necro ruefully. "She will follow her own interests, which will more than serve our purpose," observed Nefaria. She motioned to Necro to approach her. "Now that we have ensured the release of only certain elements of Lightstone's research, we have another, more pressing issue to contend with," she whispered. "The Terrans are working on a classified project far to the north, in the polar lands. Our intelligence has yet to confirm exactly what it is. However, it is a device that needs a large, one might say, extraterrestrial power source." Necro grasped his mother's meaning in an instant. "The Saturnian diamond! It must be! The jeweller's information is that a superconductor will be used for a project inside the Arctic Circle. Your intelligence says the Terrans have a top-secret project in the polar lands to the north, which will likely require the diamond." "And the Terrans almost certainly have it," finished Nefaria. "It cannot be a coincidence, but whatever they are up to, it needs the diamond, so it is some competition for our plans," said Necro. "Or an opportunity. The superconductor is the last, essential piece to activating Nadir. Then our backup plan can become our primary plan, and none of the rest of it will matter," gloated Nefaria. "It will be well guarded. I'll need to find a way to get in, or otherwise access the diamond." "Indeed, though how well guarded can a seed bank be?" "I think we'll find there's more at that site than a seed bank," said Necro. The room fell silent. "Where is Nevin?" asked Necro. Lately, his brother was almost always in his mother's presence or never far away. Nefaria said nothing for a long moment. Finally, with a gleam of anger in her eyes, she said, "I have expelled your brother and sister from Nautila." "What? On what grounds?" "Treason," said Nefaria evenly. Necro saw she was in no mood to discuss it. He felt a momentary pang of remorse for his twin and little sister. "No great loss," he said to his mother, though the words caught in his throat. "They are not supportive of our efforts to restore Nautilan supremacy." "I'm glad you see it that way," said Nefaria. Necro strode out of the library and headed towards his quarters. On the way, he passed his brother's now empty chambers. Little had been left behind. It was like Nevin had never even existed. Necro clenched his jaw and took a deep breath to ease an unusual feeling of discomfort in his chest. Why couldn't his brother, and his willful sister, have chosen to be part of securing their family and their nation's future instead of fighting their mother? And no doubt that Ondan princess, a friend of Nemea and Nevin's former betrothed, had played a part in all of this. He smashed his fist into the door of his brother's quarters and marched on down the corridor.